What's up everyone, TJ Fitness Day News Reviews, and together with me today is the MRE Bar by Redcon1. Listen people, I'm gonna take you through the label and what's in it and why Redcon1 thinks it's so different than anything else on the market. We're gonna try them together, all three flavors here, and I'm also gonna share with you my experience eating all three in about 5 minutes. Let's get right into it. Okay guys, Redcon1, no need for introduction, right? 2016, late 2016, guys, it's unbelievable. These guys just came into the market late 2016, stormed the market, introduced a lot of products. I just reviewed the reformulated Total War, which is the best-selling product by Redcon1. I did a review on the original MRE, the meal replacement product by Redcon1, probably like 5 months ago, 6 months ago when it was introduced. And the real idea behind MRE was that it's all made from whole food. So, you know, if you look at the macronutrients of MRE, the original one, then you had protein and you had carbs, but the real magic there was that the protein and the carbs were all from whole food ingredients. So the protein was chicken protein, salmon protein, beef protein. Maybe it didn't have beef protein, but it had a lot of funky type proteins, egg protein, and the actual carbohydrates were for yams and rolled oats and stuff like that. So no sugars, no whey protein for the protein content. Then since then they came out with two products, MRE Light, which is more of the MRE, like the original MRE minus the carbs, and with the MRE Bar, which is the meal replacement bar. And as you would guess, because it's called the MRE Bar, it is also, the claim to fame here is that it is made from whole food ingredients. So really the idea here is that you're not eating a protein bar, you're having a meal inside this package here. By the way, the package looks amazing. It is as amazing in reality as it is on the camera here. Like this gold, black, I mean, just amazing. The designer did a very good job. Anyway, real whole food bar. So just to take you through the macronutrients really quick and then through the ingredients. You have 260 calories on the top, which is not too bad for a bar. Then you have 9 grams of fat, 29 grams of carbohydrates, 3 grams of fiber, and 5 grams of added sugars. So 6 grams sugar, but 5 grams of added sugar. So they actually added sugar to this thing beyond what you would get from the ingredients. And then 20 grams of protein. But this is not why you are here, right? I mean, you are here because it's a whole food bar. So listen to what the protein content and the carbohydrates content is coming from. So you have protein blend from beef protein isolate, salmon protein, chicken protein, egg protein, brown rice protein, and pea protein. No whey protein in the protein blend. You're gonna see on the label, so don't just like put it in the comment. I know you're gonna see some whey protein. It's actually part of the coating. It's not part of the protein blend. So there's minimal whey protein. It's just for the coating. And then the carbohydrates. Listen to this. This sounds like just a bodybuilding meal because the carbohydrates are coming from gluten-free rolled oats, dehydrated yam, dehydrated sweet potato, pea starch, coconut water powder, dehydrated blueberries. In this case, this is a blueberry one. It's bananas in the bananas, and it's chocolate in the chocolate. Anyway, so, and then you have all sorts of vegetable oils and stuff like that for flavoring. But generally speaking, if you compare this to regular protein bars that you would usually compare to, this is the first and only whole food bar that I know. I just reviewed the animal snack, and it had whole food carbohydrates, but the actual protein was whey protein. This is not whey protein. This is whole food, so you're having a meal here. Anyway, let's go into the texture, because I mean, when you read stuff, it was the same thing with MRE. When you read stuff like salmon protein and whatever, chicken protein, you're gonna say, how does this thing taste? So anyways, I have 3 flavors here, and this is the 3 flavors that the product was launched with. Oatmeal chocolate chip, banana bread, right? Blueberry cobbler, and banana nut bread. Okay, I'm gonna start with the blueberry cobbler, and I'm gonna show you what this thing looks like. So these look very similar, right, to the crunch bars, like Muscle Farm crunch bars or the Nitrotech crunch bars. But really, because because there's no whey protein, or at least not in a lot of quantities, if you've ever had a Muscle Farm crunch bar that sat down for like 3-4 weeks on your shelf, they tend to dry out. My experience, at least over the last week or so that I had this stays the same consistency because it's whole food. Now when you open this, it does smell like blueberries. When you open this thing up, then you can actually see the blueberries in. There's real blueberries in this thing. So this is whole food, really whole food to the max. Now, flavor-wise, also nuts. You can also see the nuts here. So this, the blueberry one, you definitely taste the blueberries. What I like about this one, it's super crunchy. Like the covering is super crunchy. I really like it. And you can taste the blueberry. It's not overwhelmingly sweet, and it feels earthy almost, right? And I like it. It's a mix of blueberries and nuts. That's what you feel here. Okay, the banana nut bread, which I have to tell you already, even before I taste it again, is my favorite. So there's literally bananas and nuts here, right? And the flavor, this literally tastes like sweet banana bread. This is so good, but it's not very sweet. I don't like very sweet. It's not overwhelmingly sweet. There's a hint of banana, there's a hint of the nuts. This is just so good, and it's crunchy, and the texture is exactly the same like the blueberry cobbler, but it's just very, very good. This is probably as close to a banana nut bread bar in a bar texture that you can do. The chocolate one looks like this. Again, same texture, and the idea here again, like it's oatmeal chocolate. So this is how it looks inside. In all of them, you can see on the bottom, just near the coating, the nuts. So I didn't taste this one until now. This is good. It's a good chocolate bar. This is not overwhelming, but if I had to compare this to the two others, banana nut bread number one. If you like blueberries, then I think you're really gonna like the blueberry cobbler. And the chocolate one would be third for me. The banana nut bread is just amazing, and I think it also fits with the whole food thing. Let me tell you another thing that is my experience. Now, I love bars and I love cookies, and I can really go through the full day just eating protein bars and protein cookies and whatever. The problem with a lot of these whey-based proteins and with the sugar alcohols, you get bloated, you get gas. It's not easy on the stomach to eat all these regular protein bars. I can tell you, and it's no surprise, honestly, because this is whole foods. I went through like 6 of these in one sitting when I was traveling and I was hungry. Zero impact on my stomach. Zero. It feels so light in your stomach. It's filling as a bar, but it feels so light in your stomach, which makes it by far the best protein meal replacement bar I ever had, as far as my actual feeling, the post-food feeling. So I have to give it to Redcon1 with the whole food concept. They just nailed it. I mean, you can have, if you want to have 6 of that, you can actually have 6 of them with zero after effects. Now, as far as pricing, this is not a cheap bar. So the retail price is $35. Obviously, we're Fitness Deal News, so we already hunted down some coupons on this, like that would take it all the way to 30% if you stack up on them. And we'll hunt deals. So just compare prices on our site. I'll link to the price comparison page on our site below. As far as the where does it sit in my protein bar decision-making process, right? Like, I would say this, as far as actually having a protein bar and having a healthy protein bar, it's probably very hard to get better than this. Like, this is as good as it gets. It's all whole foods and it tastes good. Now, is this the best tasting bar I ever had in my life? No. I had better bars, probably, just generally speaking. But if I combine the whole food purpose, the whole food element here, plus the fact that these are really good bars, definitely the banana nut bread is just amazing. I mean, it's very good. It's not the best I ever had, but it's right there at the top, right? And the fact that it's good on your stomach, I have to say, this definitely needs to go in every bar lover's arsenal. Redcon1 did a very good job here. The price is not cheap, but Listen, just wait for a deal from Fitness Deal News or compare prices. Listen, people, if this video was helpful in your protein bar or meal replacement decision-making process, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel to see more reviews like this, because we bite the bar, so you don't have to take chances with your purchases. And if you want to save money, you already know where to go.